Hi, and thank you for watching my video. This video is a self-explanation to my channel and what sort of videos I will be creating and sharing with you all on YouTube, as well as my other social media accounts such as Facebook, Twitter, etc. My name is Bubba Daddy. Obviously, this is not my real name. It's in fact my pen name that I created for my first ever book, Daddy's Story. Now, personally, I don't care if everyone knows my real name. I don't even care if my face is shown across the world, which is why my face isn't being shown right now, because I have to remain a secret. I have nothing to hide. All I've done is merely spoke the truth in my book. But hey, I've got to hide my face and my real name for that. But I've had to remain hidden to protect the identities within my book. Now, again, I don't care about anyone's identities. I really don't care if anyone gets annoyed. But what does annoy me is that the truth has to remain a secret. And I just can't get my head around why people that lie can be shown, but people that tell the truth have to be hidden, because apparently it hurts people's feelings. But anyway, that's another story. So yeah, because of that, that's why I've had to use a pen name. One of the biggest reasons why I've used my pen name is not for me, not for the people within the book, but for my daughter. My daughter's an innocent person. She doesn't deserve the world knowing who she is. She doesn't deserve the world knowing her story. So yeah, she is the sole reason why I haven't pushed for my real name to be used on my book. Okay. As for the book, this was never ever written. It was never ever planned to be published. This story was only ever written for my daughter to explain everything her dad, which is me, had to go through and had to live as I brought her up. It's only when a few of my close friends read the story, it's only when they literally came back to me and said to me, you know what, you need to share this story. There's so many people like you out in the world. It doesn't matter if you're a dad, it doesn't matter if you're a mum. There are so many parents out there that are in your shoes that really don't know what to do. And I've had to be strong in my life to bring up my daughter. It's only when they were giving me the encouraging support, when they've said, look, really just have a look at the avenues you can go through to try and get it published. So I started having a look at it. I never really had any intention of getting it published. And look, I'll put my hands up. I'm not an author. I might have a book published, but I'm not an author. I'm not going to claim to say that I'm an expert in writing. I'm not. I've never done no courses. All I've ever done, and I've done this as a kid, all I've ever done is write from my heart. It's been one way for me to expose my emotions to the real world. So I've written. When you read my story, or when you read my material, it is always from the heart, and that is one of the key things to any of my writing. Okay. So that's my sort of writing. As for getting it published, as I said, I was in two minds. I still wasn't sure whether I should get it done or not. But one day I had to spend the whole day at the police station, where my feelings and my concerns were pushed aside. I was annoyed that day. I was fuming inside. But that's the day I realised that I had to do what I had to do to get it published. And it's actually amazing, because today, all sorts of authorities, including the police, have actually appreciated and actually realised my concerns that I was trying to get across at that time. It just doesn't make sense why people don't believe it. And that, again, that's one of the reasons why I've gone and got this published. So I'm hoping that my first story is one that's gonna relate to a lot of people out in the world, and hopefully will give a bit of encouraging support to a few people, because I've been there. And early signs are, because I've got on my Facebook pages, on my Twitter pages, I've got a lot of people messaging me going, oh wow, I've read your story, I'm in the same sort of situation. It's good to actually see someone that's lived through it and hasn't given up focus. So yeah, so that's that. I also need to say this as well from my story wise. I've explained it within my story, but because the story itself is so painful for me, I refuse to take any profit from any of the sales that come from the book. Instead, I'm going to share the profits 3 ways between my daughter and 2 worthy children's charities, which is the NSPCC and the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So yeah, so that's the story. But what we'll do is we'll go back to what I'm going to be doing with my channel. A lot of the channel is going to be based on my story because that is me. But over the next coming weeks, months, years maybe, I'm going to be posting videos on how I stay focused on life, even when circumstances say that I shouldn't. In fact, I was brought to my lowest point not so long ago, again, which is why I wrote the story, because I was in such a dark hole. I didn't know how to get out of it, and my writing was one of my saviors. So I wrote, because I needed to let it out my system somehow, and that was one of the best ways to do it. I had no one to talk to, and writing was the only way, as I say, that I could get out of my system. So that's what I did. As well as posting videos on encouragement, motivational videos. I've already done one already, which is called a motivational video, The Reason, the Meaning, which you can have a look at. But I'm also going to be posting videos because I've had a lot of messages come through on my Facebook page. You'll see the links underneath of my Facebook page and my Twitter page, as well as they should be showing up every now and then across the screen as well. I've had a lot of messages coming up saying that they want some readings from the book. They want to hear my sort of voice reading the story. So I'm going to be posting some videos on that as well. And I'm going to start with the introduction, the first few pages in the next couple of weeks or next few days, depending on when this video comes out. So that will come out. As I said, the links for my social media pages, they'll be up and they'll be showing across. Please, I just as much support as I can get for this story, because as I say, this story is a very personal story for me. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the story. I hope you enjoy the readings. If you do like it, please, show your support. None of the money will come directly to me. You'll be doing a good cause. But mainly I hope that my words and my stories will help people across the world, and that's literally what I want out of this, to be honest. So look, as I keep saying to people now, and it's one of the big things that I've got highlighted in my story, as well as on my media pages, it's like, Daddy's story, share the story, and be the story. And it's not mainly for dads, it's for, I've got more mothers supporting my story than I do fathers, and I didn't expect that at all. So yeah, look, I read the story now and I'm thinking, wow, I was really in a bad place, but I kept focused. My daughter was my focus, and if I can do it, I'm sure anyone can do it. And I was in a really bad place. And look, I will respond to anyone's messages. You can message me wherever, whatever media site it is. I will respond to you personally. It might take me a while, but I will do it. I am a working man, so I need to try and get that my time to do them as well. So yeah, look, thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed the videos that I'm going to be posting soon. Thank you very much. See ya.